Good afternoon, America. I just wanted to do a quick video here because I was just happened to be watching MSNBC when the president came out to do his press conference regarding the border wall. He had a number of agents with him from Border Patrol, and he was up there discussing why they need the wall. And so he gave his little blurb, and then as soon as he introduced the actual Border Patrol agents, the leader, the president of the Border Patrol Union, I believe it was, as well as two vice presidents of the association, Border Patrol Association, MSM quickly cut that off because, of course, they didn't want their viewers to hear what the actual agents on the ground had to say about how much they need the wall. They talked about interdiction, about how many criminals they've interdicted, 17,000 in just a year period, 17,000 criminals trying to enter this country. Criminals from their own countries, whether it be Mexico or Central America, or people who have been convicted of crimes in the United States and deported out of the United States who are trying to return back in. Further, I was watching Mr. Ducote's show last night, and he was talking about the number of pounds of cocaine, fentanyl, heroin, methamphetamine, marijuana that were being imported into the United States illegally, that were interdicted. The number of pounds were crazy. Douglas Ducote, if you want to check out his video, I'll put a link in the description. But it's just amazing. But I mean, the thing that amazes me the most is that I had a quick switch back over to Fox so I could hear the live press conference from the actual Border Patrol agents themselves about how much they want a wall, and how they understand that the federal government shutdown is affecting them, and they have skin in the game, but they stand behind the president 100% in getting the wall. They're stating that without the wall, you cannot have border security, and where the wall has been put in place, it does work. People don't cross. It's a barrier, wall. Who gives a darn what it's called? It works. And of course, MSNBC didn't want you to hear that. Didn't want their viewers to hear that, especially since two of the two vice presidents that spoke were both Hispanic. So God forbid we have Hispanics actually getting up there saying we need a border wall. That goes against their narrative as well. Again, George W. Bush got 42% of the Latino vote in 2004. 2004, 42%. And that was just with the promise of some kind of massive immigration reform. Just a promise. He got 42%. As I've always said, in my opinion, Latinos are natural Republicans. Hispanics are natural Republicans. They believe it. They're pro-family. They're anti-abortion. They're pro-small business. A lot of Latinos open small businesses. They believe in keeping as much income as you can, so they're for low taxes. They're for law and order. They have families. They don't want crime in their streets. They don't want crime in their neighborhoods. So they're natural Republicans. Once we get this whole immigration thing worked out, I think it'll go back to the numbers we saw with George W. Bush at 42%. Trump himself got 29%, and the media could not believe that after the 2016 election. So that number is only going to go up, in my opinion. So it could easily go 42%. It could easily go 49%. If it goes over 50%, and if the African American vote, male vote, African American female vote, for some reason still wants to stay Democrat, but if the African American vote starts coming out more and more Republican, the last poll I saw that I give a lot of credibility to, a poll done by the NAACP. Of course, you never hear about this on mainstream media. And that had African Americans supporting voting Republican at 22%. 22%. Rasmussen has it around 38% approval for the president. NAACP had approval for the president at 22%, which is a far higher number than what the mainstream media reports of it being down around 8 or 9 or 10 or 11%. So those numbers are only going up also. But it was just amazing, again, how MSNBC, right when we get to the heart of the important stuff of the press conference, they cut away. And Trump even set it up knowing they would try to cut away. He spoke for a real brief period of time, and then he quickly introduced these guys, figuring, CNN, MSNBC wouldn't cut away because he was going to come back and speak again. But they did. They cut away to their panel, and, with all the little, nonsense statements and just talking about Nancy Pelosi and all this other stuff. But I'm sure they went back to him after he started speaking again, because we don't want to hear from the guys on the ground, especially if two of the guys speaking are vice presidents of the Border Patrol Association, and they just both happen to be Hispanic with Hispanic surnames. So anyway, a little quick video. I just saw this. It just went down. Anyway, today is January 3rd. and 2019, and I just want to put this little quick video out. Anyway, thank you so much. Take care.